Hey everyone, in this video, I'm going to be breaking down a beautiful setup that happened on EURUSD. This is one of my textbook setups, so you can take this as you will and kind of morph it into your own trading. But I'm going to be breaking this down and I'm going to be bringing you guys more technical videos each week. I'm going to start doing one technical video where I break down something, a lesson involving the charts, a concept that I use, or a trade breakdown, and then obviously I will continue with the sit down videos, but I suggest you watch this video. Maybe you will learn something. Today's topic is going to be covering liquidity and how liquidity concepts mixed with smart money concepts, mixed with supply and demand, whatever you want to call it, was used to give a great trade opportunity on EURUSD from this week. Okay, so I'm not trading this week. I haven't been trading for the last couple weeks as I'm waiting for my MFF payout that I've talked about with you guys before. But whether I take these trades, whether I don't, I'm still going to be bringing you guys a breakdown and show you trades to my plan that I like to take. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. So as you guys can see here on euro dollar, we reacted out of this fair value gap over here in a discount of this range, right? You can see we have this price leg from here to here, and we came down into a discount, had some sort of accumulation, and then we broke to the upside. Now, we've now taken a ton of sell side liquidity over in this area, taking out these lows. We are then going to go look for buy side liquidity. Now, this was an order block that I was talking about with the community, the RM trading community. If you're interested, just click the link below. This is an area we were looking at sells, potential sells from, okay? And the reason why is because this area here was in a premium of this leg from this high down to this low. And this was an unmitigated order block on the 4-hour time frame as well. So if we take this across, you can see we have this nice extreme over here, this 4-hour area. With the imbalance, we like to cover down to this wick from this candle low to this candle high. You can see how crappy the reaction was out of here, right? It's not like we came out of this area and sold down nice. If we reacted very, very sharp out of this area, then in my opinion, this would have validated this area to potential continuation shorts out of. But because we came down super corrective like this, right? All we were doing is building buy side liquidity to run on the way up into this liquidity pool here. Okay, so this old high has a ton of stop losses above it, which is where the market is going to be heading to grab that liquidity and then head the other way for opposing liquidity. That's how it works. That's how it moves. By implementing liquidity concepts to your trading, I find you're going to be on the right side of the market more times than not. It's very, very rare that we are on the wrong side of the market here on the higher time frame because of our liquidity emphasis. It's so high. On Wednesday, you can see we had broken above this high and we have come up into this area here. Now, if we just fast forward here, you can see we then make relative equal highs over here as well, right? So when we get on here, we don't want to be looking for sells. I'm just going to go to the 4-hour time frame. We don't want to be looking for sells until this area is taken out, because all this is doing here is tricking early people in to then stop out, and then the move will happen. And that's literally exactly what happened. All we were doing here was tricking people in to start shorting like we did over here. And we ended up running this high, and it gave us a beautiful trade idea to take into these lows over here, which I will explain in a second. Okay, so then I'm going to jump down to the 15-minute time frame here, and you can see that in London session we had taken out sell side liquidity. So we took out this low here, which gave us enough juice to break to the upside. Now, again, we don't want to be looking for sells at all here until this liquidity pool has been taken out, and this alone, simply waiting for higher time frame liquidity pools to be taken out, has taken my trading to the next level. Not only that, but it allows you to practice your patience muscle, right? Because if you know you are not going to short until we run these highs, you're not tempted by this, right? And maybe in the past you would be looking to take shorts out of London high here because you're so emphasized on the lower time frame. But if you zoom out and realize we have a big liquidity pool above here, why would I want to be shorting here, right? Why would we want to be shorting if we think the market is going to take this high, right? The answer is we don't. You can think about how many people would be looking for sells here, then it just ends up taking it out. Let me just fast forward this a bit. You can see we're coming into New York switchover. Boom. Okay, so there we go. Now you can see we've had a nice sweep of the high. Let's keep playing this out. Some sort of news event happened over in this area. We end up sweeping the high one more time, and this is a more convincing high. Usually with daily highs like this, I want to see them swept by at least 5 pips. Let's see if we get that. literally 5 pips right on the nose. So I have a rule with daily highs. I want to see them swept by at least 5 pips, just because that's a general, stop loss that some people would have over here. You can see that we had a micro sweep right here, which wasn't even close to 5 pips. You can see it was literally 1.3 pips. So to me, this was just a trap. And the most important thing here is we didn't actually break anything, right? So if I rewind this for 2 seconds for you guys, we didn't have any breaks of structure out of here, right? It's not like we swept this high and then had a break below this low, and then we could look for potential sells out of this high. Instead, say we just mark out this area here as the area we want to see broken, because this is the structure point that want to create a new high. So this alone will save you guys a lot, just simply waiting for a 5-minute break of structure. When price is super one directional, it'll help a lot instead of looking for those lower time frame entries, especially if you're not familiar with them at all. So you can see we have the news event over here. We're building all that equal low liquidity, right? Still, we want to break below this low to show that we are ready to head to the downside, right? And ready to look for opposing liquidity. So if I mark this out like this, let's just press play. So now you can see, guys, we have broken down below these lows. We've had multiple breaks of structure. You can see on the hourly time frame as well, look how beautiful that rejection candle is out of a high time frame liquidity pool. Look on the 4-hour time frame as well, guys. Absolute beautiful here, right? We've ran buy side liquidity. You guys have heard me talk about it in previous videos, but when we run one side, we're gonna go look for the other side. We're gonna go for, we ran buy side liquidity here, we're gonna be looking for sell side liquidity, which would be down below these lows, right? If we're on the 5-minute time frame here, and this has now been taken out, so we have that break of structure. I'm gonna mark it out right here. You can see we have a nice 5-minute order block right here. If I just mark this out like this. So this is a typical entry criteria that you like to see, and you can kind of morph it into your own way of trading, but you want to see some sort of liquidity build up, a snatch, a break, and then you can kind of refine the area. It'll come and retest that area usually, whether you want to call this supply demand, support resistance, whatever it is. But we do have this 5-minute order block right here. You can see this candle that moved up here before we broke to the downside. This is the area you want to use. So you could over refine and use half, but on this one, I think using the bottom of the candle was perfect. Stop loss just had to be above the high, let's say 10 pip stop. It didn't have to be above this high, because in my opinion, if we broke above this high, we were going to take this high. And then once you have the order block you want to use, you can start to look in the opposing direction for sell side liquidity pool targets, right? And the area you could be targeting here is in a discount of this price leg, okay? So you guys know premium and discount. I can touch on this in a later video. Anyways, we're in a premium, right? And the market's going to come down into a discount at least, and that can be your target, right? So you can target anywhere within a discount. So say you wanted to target like a 1 to 5 or something like that. I'm just going to take this off now. Let's see what happens. So you can see news tags us in beautifully. Then we have a nice, beautiful break to the downside. Drag this across. Boom. So TP gets hit, right? And I'm not too sure where this ended up going. I'm pretty sure it ran all the way down below these lows. If I just take this off. Yeah, so this thing ended up being the actual top of the move. And let me explain that, okay? So let me just break it down one more time, looking down here. You can see we came in, unemployment news pushed us into this 5-minute order block. We then had a break to the downside. There was another scale in opportunity here within this imbalance. Take this candle low to this candle high. You can see we respected, taking out this again, buy side liquidity, and then we jumped to the downside. It's all fractal, right? So when we take one side, we're gonna be looking for the other. Look on the bigger picture, on the grand scheme of things here, right? If I go on the 4-hour time frame right now, and you can see that we've taken this side of the market, we've taken buy side liquidity. Where is sell side liquidity gonna be? If I ask you right now, where is sell side liquidity gonna be? It's gonna be below this low, right? And you can see that once we took this, so once we took this out of the market, we took these stops, we're then gonna go looking in the opposing direction. We're gonna be looking for counterparty liquidity, and you can see that's right here. That's below these lows. So if you held this, you definitely could have banked a crazy risk reward. But I'm sure there's someone out there. I'm sure there's someone out there who caught that bad boy, threw it on IG, but for me, a 1 to 4, a 1 to 5, a 1 to 3, I am happy. So you could have targeted anywhere below here, guys. For me, if I was to play this, I would target a discount, right? So my take profit would have been anywhere within this discount. I would have most likely targeted these lows here, and you can see that's exactly where we headed in the switch over into Asia, right? But I would have been done this trade by 11 o'clock, closed within this consolidation, and moved on to the day. So yeah, that is the breakdown video for this week. Again, I didn't take this trade, but I did watch this trade. Absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to be doing breakdown videos like this moving forward, some lessons. I really want to bring some technicals to this channel. So yeah, even if you trade a different strategy, I encourage you to jump in and watch these videos as it supports me, and you can stick around and hang out with me as well. And I really appreciate that if you do. If you learned something new, drop a like and comment what you learned. That'd be great. And there's gonna be a lot more of these moving forward. Don't worry, the sit down videos, the vlogs and everything are still gonna be there as well. But these are well requested, and I wanna start teaching you guys as well. I wanna start giving some free information out there. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like I said, please drop a like, drop a comment, and subscribe if you're new. And what do I say at the end of every single video, guys? Let's be 1% better every single day. I will see you all on Wednesday. Take care.